What's up, people, and welcome to another episode of Supreme Sports Talk with your boy Supreme Decisions. Yes, and today I told you I was going to come back. I'm not talking about Dominique Brazil or Deontay Wilder. However, I do have 3 boxing matches that I do want to discuss because, oh yes, I'm going to be watching, and I know you are too. And I'm going to talk about the odds makers, my predictions, and what I think is going to go down in these matches. All right, let's go with the first one. Amir Khan versus Terrence Bud Crawford. And it's going to be in Madison Square Garden on April 20th. Yes, in just 4 weeks, we're going to see Bud Crawford again against Amir Khan, who is, for me, he's a showman. He's a guy that throws a lot of punches, does not sit down on his punches, and he's one of the guys that he tries to outpoint you instead of actually beating you. Now, the line on this one is got Terrence Crawford as an enormous favorite. Now, for those that don't understand the line, I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm going to give you an explanation. Well, Amir Khan is plus 675, and Terrence Bud Crawford, the favorite, is minus 1,200. Now, what that means for the folks that have no clue what I just said, if you're betting on Amir Khan, for every 100 that you bet on Amir Khan, if he wins, you get $675 per 100. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Not quite Ronda Rousey, Holly Holmes numbers, but it's huge. Now, for the other side of that, Terrence Crawford, minus 1,200. He has to have $1,200 bet on him to win $100. Yeah, so he's a huge favorite. Now, my prediction is it's going to be a late stoppage, because one thing Amir Khan has done in each and every one of his fights, he's thrown a ton of punches. Terrence Crawford does have the pop at 147 to keep him backed up. It is an enormous stage for him, and I do believe that he has what it takes to get Amir Khan out of there. But I think it's going to come in like the 10th or 11th round. I don't think it's going to go to distance. But if it does go to distance, do not be shocked if Amir Khan is able to stay on his feet and win it. However, I don't think that's going to happen because, again, Bud is one of the guys that does not get hit a lot. And he also has pop at 147. And I'm expecting him to get him out of there late. It's going to be more like a Yorkers Gamboa, simply because Amir Khan does come forward when he's punching, and he does have a tendency of planting his feet, offering a shot to the chin. And right now, you know, you can ask Danny Swift Garcia, Canelo Alvarez, and a few others about the glass jaw of Amir Khan. And I think Terrence Crawford will test it. Now, moving on to Cinco de Mayweather. Well, actually, Cinco de Mayo, because Mayweather's not boxing. And we have Mexico's only son, which is Canelo Alvarez. He will be facing off against Danny Jacobs. Now, the thing with this one, for me, it is a 50-50 fight. And what they've done is balanced out the money. Daniel Jacobs is not the favorite in this one. And I'm going to also go in, if he does not drop Canelo at least once or twice, he will not win this fight. They will be fighting May 4th in Las Vegas in the T-Mobile Arena. You know I love these guys. And Canelo is a minus 330 favorite, while Danny Jacobs is a plus 250. And again, that is to even out the money. This is a 50-50 fight. And the reason I say that is because Triple G, when he fought Jacobs, he did not believe he had won the fight because Jacobs outboxed him. And even with him knocking Jacobs down, I believe it was the second round, he did not think he had won that fight. So Jacobs is the truth, but again, I think he's going to have to stop Canelo, or at least bare minimum drop him once to have an opportunity to win this fight. So moving on, and this one, while again not talking about Deontay Wilder or Brazil, I am going to talk about Anthony Joshua, who I am very disappointed in at this moment. However, I'll keep that to myself. He will be facing off against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Now, here is the $1 million question. At 300 pounds and probably the biggest heavyweight to contend, actually be a contender for the belt, can Miller sustain or even compete at an elite level? Because whether I like Anthony Joshua or not, he is a heavyweight champion. He has shown championship qualities. He has shown a champion's mentality and ability. Now, has Jarrell Miller taken the leap to that status? I'm not sure. However, I do know Joshua will probably come in around 245, 250. He will be in shape. Jarrell Miller will come in. He'll probably hit the scales at about 290, 295, but he will hydrate back up before a fight to 300 pounds because he walks around at over 300 pounds. Don't get it twisted. Now, with that being said, he has also the highest punch output of any heavyweight. Yes, I am talking about the heaviest heavyweight in Jarrell Miller. What does that actually mean? Against Joshua, Joshua's going to have to earn his respect from Miller. He's going to have to hit him with something big. He's going to have to hit him with something big early. Miller knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. But the flip side of that is, if he loses to Joshua, he still has a shot at Deontay Wilder. Unlike Ortiz, Joshua did not want the fight with Ortiz, who was at the time the #1 contender, and also the excuse he was using for not fighting Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder fought him, knocked him out. He is still the #2 WBC contender. Joshua still does not want to fight him because he's going to avoid him at all costs, because not only is he a boxer, he's a big puncher. Now, I said that to say this. Miller has not fought anybody that we have really recognized as an elite or even top 5 heavyweight. So this is not only a question, does he even belong there? This is a question of whether he can compete at elite status. Now, with that being said, my picks are again Terrence Crawford, late knockout. I am going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Daniel Jacobs is going to get that one knockdown. I think he's going to shock the world with that one knockdown. I think after he gets it, Canelo's going to be on his bike, and he's going to go to a level of boxing that we saw with Triple G, but he's not going to leave. He's not going to take any chances, which will allow him to stay outside and probably have an opportunity to outpoint him. But for the most part, unless it's a Cotto job where everybody had Cotto beating Canelo, and then Canelo, I think, won all but 2 rounds against Cotto, according to the judges' scorecard, I think Daniel Jacobs will pull off the upset. And unfortunately, because I have not seen it, I'm going to say Anthony Joshua is a safe bet against Jarrell Miller. So, you heard it here first. If anything changes, you hear it again. This is your boy, Supreme Decisions. Holla back, Supreme Sports Talk.